Hello, everyone. Are you ready? Yes, let's sit down and take a moment to enjoy the fact that we are here live today, together in Brussels. It's been 2 years since I've been able to welcome you to Open Summer of Code, the 2022 edition, Demo Day, live in Belgium. Thank you for being here. This is already the 12th edition, something that I can hardly believe. And this is a special edition for us. I say that every year, I know, but it's always a special edition. This year it's extra special because it's a hybrid edition and because we've woken up from our winter sleep or our remote sleep. This is what we looked like in 2011. We did not have fancy gear. I am sorry, this was filmed with a potato. On the right, you can see Pieter. Pieter is somewhere there in the crowd. Yes, he is. And he is the founder of Open Summer of Code and Open Knowledge Foundation. Thank you for being here today. All right. 1 year later, I met him somewhere in Hasselt, and I heard about the concept of Open Summer of Code, and I've been hooked ever since. Today, I stand before you as a chair of Open Knowledge, as the host of Open Summer of Code, and as a coach for my team, Knowledge Impact. Yay! Open Summer of Code has created so many opportunities for so many students like me and like all the people you are going to meet today. In 2019, you can see we grew a little bit, just a little bit. I think some of you might recognize yourself, but somewhere in the middle, we have Lotte. And Lotte here, hello Lotte. She will be hosting with me here today. She's a business analyst and project manager. Come on, step in the video frame so that the people on the camera can see you. At Open Knowledge, she is a lovely host. She made sure that all the partners here today are taken care of well. Thank you for accomplishing this in 4 months. Thank you so much. And she is also the coach of Open Summer, the Open Summer of Code communications team. So everything that you see pass by from communication, pictures, marketing is made by their team. Thank you, Lotte, for being here. Yeah. Then 2020, we all know what happened, but we had 2 magnificent years where we learned so much about what remote work is like. And I think all of you remember what it was like to completely switch from working live to fully remote. I see people pointing, this is so cute. There are Power Rangers up there too, you should know. I'll leave it on for, yeah, okay. And we're done, good. And now this year, it's the first hybrid edition because we want Open Summer of Code to reflect the reality of working today. The first hybrid edition looked a little bit like this. We had online meetings where we showed our mock-ups together, where we did stand-ups, check-ins, where we did endless scoping sessions. No, we have to build this, no, we have to build that, which is hard sometimes, but we also had a live component. And this is what we look like today, a couple of hours ago. We were wishing Anna a happy birthday. So Anna, if you're here, happy birthday, by the way. Yay, there she is. Yes. I would love to say everybody here on the picture was here with us today, but unfortunately, one of our coaches, Thor, already had to leave, and 2 of our students are unfortunately at home, not with COVID, but they are unfortunately undergoing things. So we would like to give them a very warm applause for making Open Summer of Code into the edition that it is today. Thank you, Guilherme. Thank you, Frederik. I hope you can see this live from your bed right now. And thank you for being with us this year. So another one of applause for them. Yay! And also Thor, I think he's in Finland. Enjoy. Great. So as I said earlier, Open Summer of Code is the bridge between school and work. That's why we are doing this hybrid format. We want Students to learn what it is like to work in a cross-disciplinary team, to discover what it is like to deliver in time a project that's going to be used by real partners, which is sometimes a bit stressful if you're doing that for the first time, but let me tell you, they did a great job, and each week they got better and better and better. So students come over for a relevant summer job, and because they get paid, but they also get introduced to the world of open, which is what open knowledge stands for. Let me talk about that later. First of all, for the people that have never been here before, what is Open Summer of Code? Well, together we build open source projects, and we do that with motivated students, coaches, and partners. So there are 4 very important groups of people here that we need to talk about today. So this year we had 10 projects. These 10 projects were built by 43 amazing, motivated students. These students were backed by 16 skilled, talented, super kind, but also structured coaches this year, I have to say. This year, the level of structure, oof. So thank you for supporting those students into bringing something live, to making sure that these projects are smooth as butter. We also had 9 counselors. You should see them somewhere in the crowd, like Bart Hansens, Linke de Donder. I can't see everybody, unfortunately, the lights are very strong, but thank you for counseling us and for guiding us when we, as coaches, didn't have the answers, the students didn't have the answers either, and the coordinators didn't either. So thank you for that. But we couldn't have done it without the support of our 17 partners. These 17 partners made sure that those students had the summer job of a lifetime. I would like to start on the bottom right. We had Polstok. They made sure that we were in the spotlight this year for other people to discover what Open Summer of Code is about. We had Agentschap Digitaal Vlaanderen making sure that we have this venue here today. We had Boekentoren and Ghent University, where I work right now, to give me the opportunity to coach a lovely group of students here today together with my colleague Pieter Jan. I don't know where you are. We have ID Lab sponsoring another wonderful project you will see later today. We had Agentschap Binnenlands Bestuur. They always have massive teams creating massive projects, which is amazing to see. Also, we would like to thank BOLZA, Regie der Gebouwen, to make sure that we had the BOLZA office for the first 2 weeks, because we like to travel around with Open Summer of Code and get to meet a lot of people and a lot of different work environments. We had Van Hout and Circle. They both created a very innovative project. You will see. I didn't believe it when I saw it that it could be built, but it has been built. Hold on tight. We had IO Digital together with BOLZA. You did 4 projects with us. Thank you so much for all the support. You gave 4 teams the opportunity to learn, to build their network, and to get quality coaching. Thank you for that. We have Red Pencil together with Smooth Sailing, making sure that we have drinks tonight, which is nice. Thank you. Not just sponsoring teams, but also venues and drinks and the communication. Thank you. Great. We have for the economy, which is also part of BOLZA, also making sure that we have the venue at BOLZA. We have the On Wheels team, actually. Robin, also part of our coaches. A super valuable project, making life easier with data. You will see it. We have Fris Onderzoeksportaal together with the Boekentoren and Ghent University. They're sitting over there. They made sure to be a lovely partner this year and to really motivate our students to search deep and to get a good grasp on what the life of a researcher is like. And we have the National Crisis Center. This is a totally James Bond-style project. Stay tuned. And of course, the Flemish government and BOLZA. I would like to give them an extra applause. Thank you so much for being here. For answering all of our questions. I don't think Miriam from BOLZA is here, but she answered so many of our questions. Arnaud, so many people, thank you so much. And of course here today with the technical setup, Nancy and Kathleen were really our rocks together with Stefanie and the night guard, meneer de Smet. Thank you very much for helping us every day. I would also like to go back like one step for IO Digital, because the person that's sitting here, actually UX Beers, thank you so much for doing the digital setup. I wish the camera could go like on your face, because without you, we couldn't even do this. Thank you, Bavo. Okay. Yes. All right. Open Summer of Code has been created by Open Knowledge Belgium. That's the NPO. We don't just do Open Summer of Code every year. We have multiple projects because we care about what open is. Now, Open Knowledge Belgium wants to see a world where knowledge creates power for the many and not just for the few. Let me explain you what that means, what we actually want to accomplish. Now, what is open knowledge? For instance, weather data. I don't know if you know, but the weather data in Belgium, it's not open. Unfortunately, we're working on it, it takes some time. But when that data becomes free to use and accessible by anyone, you have open data. That's nice, but some numbers, eh. But when this data is open, used, reused, and useful, then you've created open knowledge. But you can take it a step further. If you open source the tools that you build to spread the information and make it available to anyone to use, well, then you've reached a lot of people. Because if we would have opened the data, the weather data in 2021, we would have known what would have happened with the floodings. We would have, because the data was available. If we would have opened up the tool to process it, other people could have also have taken a look at it. And if other countries would be able to use those tools to use that data and to see what is going on in their country, they could also predict floodings. Now that's impact to me. Now, open knowledge allows for us to stand on the shoulders of giants. That's what open source is about. We do it for you, citizens, like you and me. We do it for our community, the people that build with us, the people that do activities with us, and we do it for the organizations, the partners that are here with us today. These are some of our activities. I'm not going to name them all, but we are in open education, we are in open recognition, we are in open data, we are in open mobility, we are in open tourism, we are in open street map. We are very, very open, as you can see. And if you're interested, come over, because there's room for you, as you can see, like 3 more spots. Okay. We have a wide range of activities, and I want to already invite you to our yearly event, Open Belgium, in March. But we'll talk about that later. Yeah, we have relevant themes at Open Summer of Code and at Open Knowledge. And the theme of this year is going to be of Open Summer of Code. Milady.
Digital inclusion. Okay, is the mic working? Everything good? Okay, nice, thank you. So yes, indeed, this year we will focus on digital inclusion. Digital inclusion to us means that everyone has access to technologies and can actually use it properly and well, knows it and understands it to really fully function in society. For example, when you go to have dinner, these days you often need to use a QR code to reach the menu, to pay for your dinner at a restaurant. So it's important that everyone understands how this works, right? So with the 10 projects that we have at Open Summer of Code this year, we ensure that everyone can use the internet and the digital world to their advantage. That digitalization becomes an opportunity for people, for corporations, for organizations, for governments, and for individuals. Now, there are a lot of themes that fall under the big theme, digital inclusion. We will focus on 3 of them, but some examples that you can see here is focusing on privacy. A lot of people don't really know sometimes what happens with their data, so it's really important that sensitive data and personal data is well protected. Another way of making digital inclusion a thing is to make sure that people have access to the digital world, to actually also understand it. So educating people on digital skills, making sure that everyone in all their diversity understands how to use web applications, the internet, and digital tools. This year, we will focus on personal privacy, knowledge sharing, and financial literacy. More about that later. Now, the 10 students sitting here in the first row will start their pitches very soon. And during those pitches, we want you to be loud. We want to hear your opinion, what you think. So all of the people following along on the YouTube live stream, make sure that you let us know what you thought about the pitches in the chat. But also the people who are here today, tweet about this, share it on your Instagram, your Facebook, your LinkedIn. Let us know what you thought of the pitches today. Of course, there are no pitches without a jury. So I want to introduce to you these 3 legends that are sitting right there. 3 Open Summer of Code alumni. Congratulations to them. So the first person in the middle is Astrid Wielocks. Sorry. She is a true creative powerhouse and she can do a lot. She is the project manager, the designer, and a sales specialist at data.be, currently working for Tom. Welcome, Astrid.
Thank you.
Then we have Wart Bijens, the most recent osoc alumni. He was part of the last 2 editions, right? So the remote editions. He is very interested in slow travel, and he's such a positive person. When he enters a room, he brings such a good vibe. Wart is... Yeah, congratulations. Wart is a full-stack developer at Slowbuy right now, which is actually the startup of one of the previous organizers of Open Summer of Code, which is Dries. He's also sitting somewhere in the crowd, I think. Ah, there he is. Hi. You are far up, sorry. Then we have Evelien Vlassenroth, one of our legends as well. She is a researcher at IMEC and Ghent University, and she is active in interoperability and linked open data. That's quite a big buzzword, I would say. So if you don't understand what it means exactly, although a lot of people, I'm sure, know about that, you can always reach out to her later at the markets. Welcome, Evelien. So I was already talking about the market earlier. Later, after all the pitches, we will all move you towards another room where you can visit all of the teams and their booths. And they have a lot of good food for you, so make sure to stay and visit the market. This is what it looks like. All of the booths are close to the windows, and in the middle, those red dots are tables. Okay, students, are you ready? The first team, come in. Woo, woo, woo. So the first track will be about personal privacy. This is to make sure that personal data, sensitive data is well protected, but also that people can actually take ownership over their own data. Do you want to know more about this? Yes. Yeah? Okay, let's pitch. First up, we have Aurore. Welcome. From Voice.
So, here it is. Where can you go if every operator is busy talking? Would you trust a voice assistant to help you? And what if it were not even using the internet? I'm Aurore from the VAC team, and together with Ayo and Boza, we work on something just like that. We split the project in 3 tracks. We've got technical, user experience, and context. On technical level, we decided on what hardware and software we would use to make this possible. On the experience level, we decided how the client would interact with the bot effectively. On the context level, thanks to our partner, Dalberg, we had a very interesting use case. But that's only just one. We've got many use cases for this bot. So if you want to know more or meet VAC, come and see us at the market. And we've got cookies, by the way, and they're not the digital kind. Thank you.
well done. So, as you can see, you can find her at booth number 1. Next up, we have the team of powerful personal data with Abel. Welcome, Abel.
Right, good afternoon, everyone. We were tasked by ID Lab to build an application using linked data and solid pods. In the world of linked data, you can merge some parts of data. For instance, you can take a beer app that tracks your favorite beer and have that communicate with Wikipedia. Another example would be that your doctor could easily communicate with some data from your government or some other instance and link this data all together. So we've created a calendar app where you can create some events using a weather data that's open, and we've also used open data from maps. We've combined this data with your self-owned calendar data that's stored by you privately. You can always choose where it's stored, who has access to it, and what can be accessed by some other instances. So you create an event, and you can always specify a location, a weather type, and what activity type it is. Next, this application will insert it into our calendar, where it will check and see if a date has a weather date or weather type that doesn't match up with some activity. So, for instance, you want to have like a sunny activity, and it starts raining. The application will notify you with a big button, and you can always reschedule this event. So, we're Team Solid Concept, and at our booth we will explain more about linked data and solid pods. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Abel. Really well done. You can find them, ooh, those are loud, okay. Just gonna ignore it. You can find them at booth number 2. Now the third and last team of the privacy track is Paradar. Welcome, Bo!
All right, welcome. So, you guys maybe don't know it, but Joe Biden was supposed to be here. That's right. The day he was going to take his bike to come here to visit all the projects osoc made. But disaster struck. He fell off of his bike and he was somewhat hurt. Now, NCCN might want to help him because he's quite an important figure and this is some kind of crisis. But how does NCCN actually need to know where he is? Well, that's what my team, Beretta, wants to give an answer to. Together with the NCCN, or the National Crisis Center, who tries to keep people and goods safe during emergencies and crises, we created a live updating map where you can use your phone or your tracker to connect to the map and actually reveal your location. And with this location, NCCN can track you everywhere you go. And this is to make sure so that we can help you in cases of emergencies or whatever happens. Interested? Well, you can scan the QR code on the top to try out our app, or you can come to our booth and take part in a treasure hunt, and maybe you'll get rewarded for your efforts. We are Team Paradar, and we hope to make your life a little bit easier in times of chaos. Thank you.
Okay, well, those were the 3 first pitches. I thought they were very impressive, but I'm very curious what our jury thinks of this. So, I'm just going to stand here for a minute. I would like to know, Evelyn, what was your general impression of the pitches, the first 3 ones?
Yes, I was very surprised by the pitches. I thought they were very good, very condensed, I could see where the students worked on. So overall, I'm very happy to see this. And what my first thoughts were, for example, the first presentation, I liked it very much that there was some thought about the user experience, but because besides linked open data, I also have a background in communication sciences, and I saw where it came from, and so the education and the literacy type of thing, I really like to see that in the presentation and in the group. For the second presentation about personal data. I really liked that there was a powerful demonstration or application of the solid concept, which is quite abstract so far. So I really like that to see, but because I have made it very tangible in the calendar app. And then for the last one, the track and trace, I love to see that they started from concrete use cases and developed that into the map for tracking these type of events. So.
Okay, amazing. Thank you. Astrid, what is something that if you could give these 3 people tips for the future, what kind of tips would you give them?
Good question, actually, because I mainly wrote down positive points. Because for me, what really stood out in a positive way, because I didn't really write down a lot of negative things, is that I could clearly see the link with open data and the teams that you presented. And I also love the fact that a lot of groups put the user experience first, or they adapted this approach that's more like holistic, looking at the bigger picture and making sure that the project provides value for the user. And I wrote down for the first project that I really loved the approach that they implemented, that it was kind of layered with an emphasis on, okay, how can we make this as valuable as possible for the user? For the second group, I really liked the link that they made with weather and events, and I could definitely see that being very interesting for festival organizers or outdoor activities. So it definitely was a very inspiring pitch in my opinion. And the final pitch, I have to say, great storytelling. It definitely got me at the first sentence, so I really love the way you structured the page, and you also presented like a very clear solution to basically the scope or the project that you were given. So yeah, I don't actually have anything negative to say, just thumbs up.
Thank you so much, Astrid. Okay, is there anyone in the audience that would like to ask a question to one of the students here in the front? Everything clear? Okay, then Inti, I think we want to ask a question to one of the students, right? About their experience, to know a bit more how osoc actually is, so...
Correct. I have a very fun toy in my hands. This is actually a microphone I can throw to people. So watch out. I have a question for 2.
2 over there.
Yeah. What is a moment from Open Summer of Code this year that you will remember for the rest of your life? Microphone.
Hello, this is Word. Yeah, a moment. I don't think I have like a specific moment that I remember, just like small little moments throughout working with my team, like at our table, just either during work hours or during lunch that we would talk and then like communicate in memes and not human language. And just having fun, like going through challenges together, but also learning a lot together. So yeah, it's like, it's generally overall a nice experience. So I wouldn't pinpoint any moment. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you too. Okay, thanks a lot, Inti. So next track, the second track, we have 4 teams explaining more about knowledge sharing. Knowledge sharing is actually something that Open Summer of Code is all about. We want to make knowledge accessible, we want to open data, and we want to make sure that we can stand on each other's shoulders. So the 4 teams that are sitting right here, you can go to the side. Woo, woo. And the first team talking about how we should open data, how we should make knowledge more available, is Cyril from Pleasant Procedures.
Thank you. Imagine walking into your local administration to ask for a new ID, and they present you with several paper forms to fill in, essentially with information that should already be known. How annoying, how painful is that? But what if you could do that from your phone in an intuitive, easy, and fun way? And that is exactly what we're doing with our partners at BOSA and IO Digital. We're working on a solution to essentially digitize all paper forms. Enter Pleasant Procedures. with this tool, we provide an easy-to-use interface such that both administrators and citizens can use one single platform instead of what we have right now. We provide a drag-and-drop interface such that procedures, they can be modeled in any way or shape that one likes. And to provide an example, a police officer could, for example, model a bike theft using your contact details, and then you would only need to confirm, which is way, way easier. So come join us, come at our booth, meet our wonderful team, share your experience, your stories, because we want to simplify the government for you, and we have a challenge waiting for you. Thank you.
Thank you, Cyril. Really well done. You can find them at booth number 4 today. Then we have the impact of sharing knowledge. I present to you Rama.
Imagine you're a freshly graduated student just starting off your research career. You put in a lot of time, work, and effort into doing your research under huge amounts of pressure. And when you're finally finished, nobody reads it. That's the sad reality for a lot of researchers. They feel undervalued and don't get the recognition they deserve. This leads to #leavingacademia trending on Twitter. We don't want that, because education is the cornerstone on which to build hope and future for the next generations. We use the power of data and giving recognition to tackle this problem. We have 2 solutions worked out. Our first one is give back and inspire with data, where we show the researcher his personal growth through a custom timeline and suggest him other researchers to connect with. Our second solution is the 10 recommendations, where we give knowledge institutions guidance and advice on how to take care for their researchers. In the end, we want them to believe in themselves. So, if you want to explore the research treasures with us, visit us at the market. Thank you.
Thank you, Roman. Find them at booth number 5. Okay, then up next we have somebody, the team, sharing you all of the inside knowledge about Open Summer of Code. Here you are. Yes, come on. Britt, everyone.
Did you see posts like these?
Yeah.
Great. It looks easy, but we do a lot behind the scenes. This is our team. We are the Commons team of Open Summer of Code, and we do all the things behind the scenes and before the scene. So what we do is discover more about each project and research it more. Then we make a post about it, like we make a good copy and we make some nice visuals, and then we post it online on every social media. But it's not easy to do, and every time after a post we also search into it, like we have some overview of our insights to make better posts next year. So these are some posts that we did. We bring awareness about Demo Day, we highlight some projects, we also do some Instagram takeovers, and yeah, we kind of show you what is going on. So let's spread the love, tag us, and come to our booth and and yeah, take some photos with us and share it with #osoc22. Thank you.
Okay, booth number 6, also comes team. Next we have removing obstacles with open data. I want to know what it's about. Alexander is going to tell you. Give it up for Alexander.
Hi everybody, I'm Alexander, and my team and I have been working on removing obstacles with open data. So I want you to imagine going out with friends or family to have some drinks or maybe a nice dinner in the city. Now, I think we can all agree we enjoy these little moments, right? Now imagine, due to some unfortunate event, you end up in a wheelchair and most of your favorite places are not accessible to you anymore. We discovered during our mapathon, as you saw on the last slide, that correct accessibility information can be really valuable for these people. This is why we made it our goal to make a tool where these users can view data, add data, and visualize the data in our map. We also enabled cities and governments to be able to import and export this data in a dashboard in our application. So if you want to help make the world more accessible, go ahead, download our app and start mapping, or come to our booth for more information. Thank you very much.
Booth number 7. Okay, thank you guys. You can come to the front like before. We have seen 4 pitches now, which is quite a lot, so let's take a little break and ask the judges what they thought. I want to know, Wacht, what is your general opinion, and did you understand everything that the students were telling you?
Those are actually very clear pictures and they're so well structured. Like I heard so many problems and so many good solutions. Some teams even had multiple solutions. I mean, wow.
Okay, nice, thank you. Evelien, if you could give more general tips for the future, what would you tell these students to do?
I don't know what tips I would give, but I really liked also the last presentation because I saw there was a multifaceted, because there were multiple stakeholders to take into account. I found it very interesting to also learn about that, and it set them some more in the spotlight. For the first one, I really liked that it was quite a challenge to make it easier, these procedures. So that's what I really liked. And also there was a multifaceted, because it was as well for the public servants, but as well as for the citizens. So that is what I really liked. And then for the second one, the impact of sharing knowledge, I really liked the presentation, the story. It was, again, very structured. Indeed, there was a clear problem statement, there was a method and multiple solutions. So that was very clear for me. And then, of course, the communications team. What do I need to say? I think it's a fantastic team. You did a great job. I saw it all over Twitter, Instagram the last few weeks. So the post definitely reached me, and I got very inspired and very curious to be here because of these posts. So well done.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Yeah, you can clearly see that the osoc alumni also understand how to pitch, talking about a problem statement, then a middle, then an ending. So yeah, you were thought well. I'm really proud to see that happen. Then is there anyone in the audience that has a question? Awkward silence. Okay, then we will move to Inti again. Inti,
yes.
Do you have a question for one of the students?
I have a question for Fien. Hey Fien, what superpowers do you need to participate in Open Summer of Code?
Okay. The first one would definitely be that, like Catwoman, you need 9 lives to survive this edition. Not in a bad way, it's just, yeah, a lot of things happen out of the blue. Next to that, you need to be good at shape-shifting, because you need to take on a lot of different roles, both within your team as for the organization itself. You need to be flexible, you need to be elastic to show that you have different capabilities and that you can take on multiple roles in the team and be like a Swiss knife for your team. So, Inti?
Nice catch. A Swiss knife. That's a good example, actually. Yes. I also wonder if one of the coaches could maybe talk about their experience during Open Summer of Code. So maybe Chris, Inti, yeah, can you talk about how you experienced this program?
Yeah, osoc is really great. I think after 10, 11 months between editions, you start getting into the rut of your job a little bit. You need some new ideas, and osoc is kind of the perfect opportunity for this. Also, for developer friends around, it's a good reality check, because you see the students, they're not on the job market yet, but they're better than you. So catch up.
Okay, nice. Thank you for sharing, Chris. Now, the final, but definitely not the least track is going to be financial literacy. This is about making people more aware and knowledgeable about social and financial issues. So making sure that data is made useful, making sure that people can make informed investments, that they know how decisions around taxes are made, and that fraud is quickly inspected. I am curious at least, so I'm going to give you the first team, which is Team Sphere. Congratulations to Jorik!
All right. We Belgians, we love building houses that are catered exactly to our needs. But when building these houses, there are quite a lot of struggles. You need to think about a plot to build your house on, and you need to get an architect. And then you need to give feedback to this architect, and you need to find materials that look good, that insulate well, that are within your budget. And all of this will definitely leave you with a big headache. Now, our partner Circle wanted to revolutionize this inefficient system. We want to let you view your house with just a few clicks of a button. Now, currently, our partner is able to create this 2D blueprints from a top-down view. And we've been working with them to let you experience them in all 3 dimensions, in all their glory. You can just give in an address for a plot in Belgium, and we'll generate your dream house on the fly. So, if you're curious, come check out our booth and talk to us, and we'll give you your one-way ticket to your dream house. Thank you.
Thank you, Jorik. You can find them at booth number 8. Next, we have links, local linked taxes. Give it up for Neve, everyone.
Okay, time for an energizer. Everyone, stand up. Also, you in the back there, stand up. Okay, now let's take a look to the person on your left side. Let's take a look to the person on your right side. Most likely, the people you are seeing right now do not know how their municipalities are making decisions on their taxes. Our survey showed that a staggering 78% of respondents have the same problem. You can all sit down now. And that's why we came up with links. The link symbolizes guidance and knowledge. And just like our web applications, we will guide you through the tax municipality decisions in Flanders and Brussels. With our incredible team and the linked open data we received, we aim to bridge the communication gap between the citizens and their local governments. Through an interactive map, we show you a clear overview of the municipalities and their tax decisions. Are you hungry for more? We have a tasty bite, but we can show you how everything works. Come visit our booth. Thank you.
Thank you, Neve. Last one up for today is Victor from Expector Widgets.
Thank you very much. So my name is Victor, and I will be representing Inspector Widgets. Twice a year, the whole country gets excited for the sales period. And you must admit, there is no better feeling than finding that one pair of shoes you've always wanted on sale for the first time. Now, we're not the only ones who get excited. Online retailers know about this and like to take advantage of us naive customers by creating so-called fake sales, giving us the impression that a product is on discount, while in reality, the price does not change at all. Currently, inspectors at the Fot Economie are manually analyzing websites and trying to find out these suspicious products and taking screenshots. Of course, this is a very tedious and time-consuming task. That's why our lovely team of front-end, back-end, and communication students was challenged to create a scalable application that is able to automate the workflow of the inspectors by automatically searching websites and taking screenshots, so that more websites can be scraped in a shorter amount of time. We created a clean front end that is easy to use for a user without any technical background. in combination with a powerful backend that has a capability of retrieving product information and taking screenshots at the same time. Pretty impressive, I would say. Now, if you want to learn more about our concepts and especially about our team, please come to our booth and we would love to have a chat with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Victor. You can take a minute here. I am actually wondering, Wart, now that you listened to these 3 last pitches, which booth would you want to visit first? Let's make it a bit competitive.
Tough question to answer. Because first one has such a good journey. It took us really on a trip with their pitch, and there was such a good call to action. Like, I really want to see my dream house, though.
And you will.
The last one with the self-approving joke, I mean, that's a fun one. I will definitely visit that one. And then the links one, yeah, good problem. And I mean, well, what a call to action. That's one, it's definitely on the list.
Okay, good. Good to know. Astrid, did you understand all of the stories that the students were talk about? What was your impression?
Well, for me, the stories were really clear, and what I really enjoyed about these pitches was that all the teams did a great job at breaking down and framing the issue or the pain point from which they used as a starting point, basically. So from the start, I was immediately with the story and hooked, basically, on what they were trying to explain. I also think they did a very great job explaining like the links with the team and basically connecting those, and I think a lot of projects really embodied the essence of basically achieving financial literacy. So yes,
nice.
Great job. I would go to all 3 booths.
Okay, thank you, students. Okay, then I am going to let Inti ask one last question to a student to know about their experience. Who is it going to be?
Victor. I have a question for you. Yes. What are the new things that you learned this year at Open Summer of Code?
Well, yeah, to start off, I'm a second-year bachelor computer science with not a lot of experience in real practical problems. So in the first week, I was kind of overwhelmed because I was in a team with really talented, skilled people. So I was trying to figure out my place. So for me, the most important thing that I will carry with me for the rest of my journey, let's say, is not per se the hard skills that I learned here, but definitely the soft skills, working in a team and really being able to talk with people about if you're struggling with something. That's also a big kudos to the osoc team, because it's not always easy to talk about your problems with someone, but they're very open Summer of Code. So yeah, also a big thank you to them. So probably for me and for everyone, the biggest lesson, if you're stuck on something or if something's bothering you, don't hesitate to reach out and ask for help.
Yeah. That's so nice.
What a great answer. I have another question for a coach. Peter, where's Peter? Hey Peter. I have a question for you. It was a first-time coach here at Open Summer of Code as well. What were your experiences?
Okay, thank you. Well, as a partner and a coach, I was a bit in between, but it was really cool to see how students in 4 weeks, in just 4 weeks, could really get into the problem we had, explain it really well, because what Jurek just did was like the perfect ad for Circle, I think, but also that they could show and help us to test out all these ideas we have and quickly come up with a prototype that we can use to further build the business case. Because we are a spin-off of a construction company. We are probably the least digital company in the group of all the partners. We really still need to build this business case, to grow a nice digital team to really make it happen. But I think Open Summer of Code was the best we could have to really make a next step in making this business case. Thank you.
So many kind words. Thank you.
Well, I just want to show the hard eyes because I'm very impressed and so proud of the students, and Meet, are you too?
Yeah, it's fine. No. No. Every year say that I'm absolutely impressed. And again this year I'm absolutely flabbergasted. It's like Chris said, you walk into a room and you realize I'm surrounded by talent. These people know so much more than I do, and I'm supposed to coach them and tell them what to do. Every year it seems like they get more powerful, like they build insane solutions. I mean, rendering your house from scratch. How is that even possible? 2011 could never. I mean, okay, we did good things, you know, we did good things. I do want to share that there's not just an Open Summer of Code Belgium going on right now. There's also an Open Summer of Code Spain. If you want to discover what they're doing, go to Twitter and go to osoc low bar and ES, yes. But they sent us a video of all the projects that they did. They had 3 amazing projects again this year, and they work also around very interesting themes like we did this year. I hope the sound is going to come through.
Hello, my name is Carlos and I'm a member of the Stars for All project. Stars for All is a foundation whose main motivation is to fight against light pollution. Light pollution is very harmful for astronomy, but also for fauna, as it makes it harder to see the astronomical sky and it disturbs some birds' migratory habits. The foundation has a photometers net all around the world in order to collect data related with light pollution. Their main problem is the large amount of data, the difficulty to access it, and to get valid data as photometers collect information during the day or when it is cloudy. Our work has been based on coding scripts to get full access to the data, filter and upload valid graphic content so scientists can work with it. We are sure our project will make this field progress.
Hello, my name is David Lázaro and I study data science and artificial intelligence in Universidad Politécnica de Madrid. Today, there is an increasing number of different application, operating systems, or tools or programs that you can use or you have installed in your device. For every need, there's an app that helps you to solve it. However, this quantity of services can also cause you a lot of problems. There are plenty of incompatibilities between different software dependencies in different operative systems in different computers. Docker helps you to solve this problem by packaging your application in a container with all the needed dependencies to run it. Docker ensures that an application is going to behave the same way for everyone, independently from their system. But containers are mostly like a black box, so it's sometimes difficult to know what's inside it. So our project, Containers to Triples, solves this problem for you. With our tool, you can build a knowledge graph with all the metadata and dependencies from your containers and make simple queries to it. This way, you can compare 2 of your containers or find packages with vulnerabilities with just a few clicks.
Hi and welcome. I'm Jose.
And I'm Cristina, members of the Net Zero Cities project.
Net Zero City is lined up by the European Commission in the Climate Neutral and Smart City mission, and it lies on the premise to create requirements and visualizations for climate data in cities, such as greenhouse gases emissions, to help it achieve the goals, reaching zero emissions by 2050.
In this program, our objective is to analyze and review all the needs of the data and practical information for the cities and diverse type of graphs and charts to visualize that content, making it easy and understandable to users all around Europe.
Our team has developed a highly prototype of one of the many ways to give out and show the data along with visual content.
We hope you all like it.
I hope you understood it in the back, but maybe next year we can just fly there as well, make a little holiday out of it. And if other countries start doing Open Summer of Code, that would be great. Then we can, do some city hopping. That would be nice. So thank you very much, Open Summer of Code Spain. I know you're watching. Thank you for continuing the tradition, and we are really excited to see what you've built. Good job. The audience thinks the same. Okay. All right. Okay. My clicker doesn't work. It does. So thank you all so much for being part of this experience. The students, coaches, partners, everybody that's here, thank you for being here today. But you can also be a part of this experience next year.
Indeed, meet. That rhymes. Yes, indeed. You can become a partner. So there are two ways of becoming a partner if you're interested. You can create your own project next year, and we will tailor the team of students to your needs so that you can build your own business case, like Peter said before. You can also become a community partner. We have a lot of community partners that help us with the venues, such as this beautiful building, logistics, public transport, catering. So thank you again to those. You can also become a coach if you're interested in learning how to train a multidisciplinary team, but also I hear from a lot of coaches that it's very satisfying to see the students grow. So if you're interested, you can contact us for next year. And of course, if you want to be a partner and a coach at the same time, that's definitely possible as well. We have different types of packages for that. Peter is an example of this once again. So yes, you can always let me know if you're interested in that. And lastly, if you want to be part of this team of super amazing, smart, genius, cool students, then become a student next year and apply for Open Summer of Code. It will be an unforgettable student job. So you can find us at the website osoc.be, or you can email us via info@osoc.be as well. Again, if you want to set up your own edition, you're very welcome to do that as well. We share all of our knowledge, all of the information, our entire experience with you. We've done it 12 times now, so we can share a lot of things so that you don't make the same mistakes, but we learn from them and it's very exciting. So again, interested, you know where to find us. Thank you so much.
We're not going to keep you any longer. We know you want to go to that market. We've been talking about it, and now we're yapping about how you can be part of it next year. You want to be part of it this year. Don't worry. There is a market out there. We've already shown you this. If you remember the number of the pitch that you liked, you know where to find it, but just wander around. You'll find many interesting students, as you know. And one more time, I would like to thank all the partners. Also, Jacques walked in. There you are, I think. Yes, thank you for being here today. And you will be able to enjoy some wonderful drinks during the market, sponsored by a red pencil and smooth sailing. Yay! Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Baba, for streaming. Thank you, jury members, for being such wonderful jury members and just being positive all over. Thank you, everybody, for pitching. Thank you, everybody, for visiting. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you, coaches, for coaching. Thank you, Lotte, for coordinating.
Thank you, Britt, for coordinating.
Hey. And yes. It's fine. No, stop. I want to take you to the market. See you at 23 and follow Lotte, the leader. Yes, to the market. Yay. And for the people at home, send us an email if you're interested in next year. Bye.